Do not buy into some of those communities because you do not have control of what you can do and what you cannot do in some of them as far as privacy. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to build, because I want my privacy. I want to be able to do what I want to do. I do not find a bunch of people around me exciting anymore. I want to have a little bit of space when I come outside my house and sit and enjoy it. Building a house in Jamaica was the best decision for me. People that say, why didn't you buy a house instead of building a house? Well, there's a lot of reasons why.
So nice,
because when you look upon life, I wanted somewhere where I don't have to worry about paying a mortgage every month or rent. And in Jamaica, we all know, say, when it comes down to having your home outright, it take a lot of burden off of you, especially when as you get older. Nobody no want have a bunch of bills as I get older, because we don't know what might come with it, because as far as sickness is concerned, it can take anybody at any time. So the video watching, let me put it in context, is right here. I'm adding on the staircase to go upstairs. I do have a staircase on the inside, which I will be closing up because I'm turning downstairs into apartments or places my kids could sleep and live when they come, whenever they come. The space upstairs is for myself and my husband, which is the second floor and the third floor. The reason why I'm doing this is because it's easier to do it now than later. I do intend to put an elevator or a lift, as they call it, later on. For now, I'll take the staircase because it's easier and cheaper at this point. Anyways, nevertheless, enough of the things have changed around inside of the second floor and the third floor, and I will be changing more to come for specific reasons. And as I do them, I will explain to you. This right here is usually where I park my car, but I look at it like it doesn't even matter at this point because I have land space where I can park anywhere I want. That's the thing about living in the country. You have spaces, you can do things. You don't have to be confined to one spot particularly. You know what I mean? Moving home is the easiest but still hard decision for me to make because I have a lot of responsibilities, which for now I'll be back and forth for at least until the end of the year, till I get myself, grounded. With my kids, with school, adjusted to certain situation because they're going to different grades. I do have a daughter which need my attention, so I have to be smart. Her father is there. My husband is very, very, very competent when it comes on to doing a lot of things. He just allowed me to do whatever I want, but now he will have to take over things that I normally would take care of. We do have other situations in the States that we have to take care of, and I have to be there because, as a parent, as a mother, and even though I don't expose everything to you guys, I have a life there that requires a little bit of attention every now and then. Anyways, right here they're doing the staircase. This is where they started. I think they was putting up digging and putting up the post to hold the staircase up. I forgot what they call it. And that's one of my cameras catching it underneath. I forgot what else we was doing right there. Now this part of all of the people that were wanted to move back to Jamaica and still up on the fence, and when I realize say even if you have 50, 60, you can still do what you want for them, you can still decide to come home and build a house. You don't necessarily have to buy. But if you have to buy, at least try to buy smart. We're gonna have a bunch of HOA fees or maintenance fees because as they get older, we all know say money during the long, and if you even up on a pension or come to Jamaica, we find out a lot of people make the mistake and step in at things that them don't really understand. If you even decide say, okay, I'm gonna move home in the next 5 years, do your research. If you even I could buy to a gated community, make sure say it's a set fee for maybe the next 10 to 15 years. You pay. You know, if you worry about if it going to inflate or balloon up on you in no time. A lot of people will have houses in Jamaica, tend to leave them unattended and not pay attention to their house either. Not pay attention to the house. I'm telling you something. Time now wait for nobody. A lot of people make the mistake and feel like saying, Lord, it lock up, nothing gonna happen. Listen, live your life the best way you know how. But at the same time, me can't tell nobody say me did decide so when me get to the point where my house was, at least where I'm comfortable with, where I can manage if I'm even in Jamaica and finish it. I was going home, and that's what I decided to do. Some people that say, I hear somebody in the comment section say, me shouldn't go down until me finish. And that's how I felt too in the beginning, until as I get older and my body's starting to feel different, my mind, my thoughts, all over the place. And then I find myself not really enjoying certain things like I used to. And I realized that I'm getting, put it like this, depressed at times, down. Nothing lasts long. If I even go shopping, it doesn't suit me. Things that I used to do, fishing here and stuff, it just cover me for a few hours or a day or two, and then I'm back to where I feel like down. But whenever I go to Jamaica, it's a different feeling. And no matter what day, even if I'm not, I don't have certain things, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't get to me as much. So those are the reasons why I decided. Not only that, I've seen a few people that I've known. Back everybody. All is well with everyone. The feeling of being home is very good. It's a good feeling. I have had a lot of mixed emotions with my kids not able to stay with me while I'm gonna be living here. I gotta bring them back. I'm missing them. I want to be the aggressive mother and say, y'all staying with me. But like I was saying, I've seen a few people that's been living in America for how long and have their big behind house and small house and apartments, and they passed away and leave it to children, and they don't even want it. They don't want to be back there. Or if they want it, if they even go back to Jamaica, they don't even go to the same place where their parents grew up or even have their house. They want to be in the excitement, which most people that return want peace and quiet, especially older people and mature people want to be in nature and peace. And most of these kids, they want to be in town where, all the ray there and the music and the party. And, if you're in the age range where I'm at right now, maybe you think like me, it ain't nothing more than a nice quiet morning with a cup of coffee or some breakfast on your porch or wherever, even if it's just inside in your kitchen, just standing there and knowing that you're definitely in Jamaica enjoying it. Ain't nothing sweeter than that. And that's something I always enjoy every time I go home. Someone just say, you know what, might as well make it permanent. The kids, them, are going to be fine. Me and my husband have an agreement to certain things and we're good. We make up our mind how we're going to live, and that's up to us to, to decide if it's right or wrong. And we can always go back and forth and visit them, and then can visit me. And when it's important for me to be in the States, we can always come back. So it's no big deal as far as that is concerned. But we can't tell enough people say certain things me that tell people say don't do. And if you're a returning resident like me and you plan to go back home, I would tell everybody the first thing everyone should always think about is security. I get that's some of the reason why people live in Nigeria. But that don't mean necessarily safe, because one security guard can't stand nobody from coming into your house. So I have to go back there. That's for sure. I don't know if I know two security guards. It no matter, you only have 5 police officers. So when you come on the safety, I don't believe that's no situation. Furthermore, the next thing is as far as the safety, you have to still have to go outside and meet them and then engage with people. So it's all you live in life. I believe that if you keep yourself to yourself, most of the time you'll be fine. And when you like us, keep yourself all locked in. But as mind your business and don't try to interfere in people's business. The next thing why most people, I would tell people don't go back when it comes down to healthcare. Just plan for certain things so well you're now gonna get the utmost, upscale healthcare service unless you pay your feet. So just think about that. But most of all, some things in Jamaica are for free. Some healthcare is for free. You might have to go through a lot of hoops and sit down and wait, but hey, if you have to go to a regular local doctor, you have to pay out of pocket. If you have health insurance, some of the time you're still alright, can still go to some upscale hospitals and get help. The next thing I would tell anybody is when you come on to just life in general and thinking about moving back, one of the biggest things now when you come on to housing, enough people feel to realize that I wouldn't suggest anyone returning or even moving there to go right now. Too expensive, because let me tell you something, if you do not prepare yourself for the rent in Jamaica, you will find yourself in a pickle. If you're even buying, you already see the house prices, so you understand what's going on. Only thing I would give the strongest advice on is be careful where you live. Just be intentional where you're choosing to live, because that will really affect you down the line. To me, that's my personal opinion. The next thing is, when you come on to work, just make sure that you have a way of earning a living. Once you decide that you can do that, you're fine in Jamaica. It's nowhere different from anywhere else. And the truth about it, you can't go anywhere in this world and live. Everybody always say that, which is true. But may I talk to the people that will decide for going to Jamaica to live, and that's my whole video is about. It's not about anywhere else but Jamaica. So I would suggest that if you are planning to go back home, those things are like the basic things a lot of people do let get to their head and not think about, until they start getting all, as far as like frustrated and getting exhausted and can't adjust because they didn't realize what was going on. Remember, Jamaica is typically, we call it a third world country. So if you don't really adjust to the situation, you will find things difficult. But you have to be laid back, and remember, customer service ain't the best at Jamaica either. So those are the things where you have to live with. There are certain things. I may find myself even in a predicament every now and then in America with the same problem as far as customer service is concerned. Nowadays, you can't even get customer service because everything is by machine, and if you go nowhere, they might tell you so you have to help yourself to a computer before you even can see a person. So enough of the things may not even dwell upon with, as far as Jamaica is concerned. No, we're concerned with building. We're not going to tell you lie. Material prices have jumped over the years of buying materials in Jamaica. A sheet of paper cost for 5,000, and I used to buy a sheet of paper for like around, say, $1,200 back in the day. And now it's 5,000 something. I think I bought the same thing for the 2B6 was like 4,000 or 5,000. I'm not even sure. I would have to look at my receipt. But what I'm saying is that if you're going to build now. Do not wait until it gets later. Not only because of that, if you're looking for land, try to look for your land now, because also the prices for land has gone up. You used to find a lot size, maybe a quarter acre for like $2 million change. Now everything is 3 and 4. You can still find affordable land, or that I could tell you guys if you look hard enough. Won't be for everybody where you want to be, but there is places. When it comes down to the material again, back in that would be some of the biggest expenses that you will have to spend sometimes, because you don't know how much when you go to the hardware it's going to really cost you until you give them everything that you need. Plus, when it comes down to the laborers, and if you're using a contractor, that's a different story. I'm not using a contractor. I'm using tradesmen and laborers. Basically, right now what you're seeing is basically tradesmen. House is an hour thing that they have a labor to do. But anyways, what I'm saying is that decide to you're thinking about it, having more capacity to do it now. Do not wait until it gets so expensive that you just lose interest, and then you will have to buy. And you don't know when you have a plan to build, when you go out. Usually you settle it, and you settle into something that you're not really 100% happy with, because it's going to be something that someone else has lived in, or something that someone else made, and then it comes with a lot of rules and bylaws and problems. And even though when you're building you're going to have problems, but most of the time when you are buying someone else's home, you're buying someone else's problem. It's almost like a car. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, because we all buy things every day that's what someone else's before, even though people were someone else's before. But the fact is that I will tell anybody, say, if you do decide to go on a place in Jamaica and your first thought was to build, go ahead and do it now before it gets too late, because things are so expensive. And I do believe they are overpriced a little bit on some houses, but to be honest, Jamaica does not play a catch up with the rest of the world as far as price is concerned on building. And Jamaica have some of the most durable houses or building material, use more durable building materials than a lot of other places. I'm not saying America don't, they do. But what I'm saying is that, like other islands, when you look into other islands that appear Bordeaux, and nothing wrong with Bordeaux, don't get me wrong, and they're still selling them for like $2 million on other islands. Jamaica still is a play catch up, to be honest. I'm not say it wise or it is smart as move them on me to inflate so much, but it is what it is. And if you want to get in where you fit in. That's all I can tell anybody right now that's planning to move back home or buying or building, whatever you decide to do. Because I don't have nothing against what people want to do. What people do with their own money, I feel them one. Me just decide to do my thing, and me not watch what people have, because if me did do that, I wouldn't reach how much I reach right now. Me never sit down and plan to care about anybody else life. Really and truly, from growing up, me realize that it was a thing called self-preservation, when me did have to learn early out. So me have to help myself, me have to figure out a way, and don't rely on nobody for them things. Don't want what nobody else want. I want a house, of course, like everybody else in this world, but me not want feel house. You understand me? I want my house, I want my things. Me now wait for no mother and no father to forgive me nothing, and that was my number one thing. I wanted something for myself. So the way I do things is just my way of doing things, not like everybody else. And people do what me I do, and even more than what me I do, but that I fit them thing. You understand me? So guys, if you come this far in the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be giving you a lot of updates as I go along. I'll be there in a few days to give you more, updated videos of what's going on and my everyday, activities or whatever. But what you guys was watching was me actually doing more like getting a lot of things changed on the house and to my liking. It's not the best idea sometimes to just keep on fixing things, but I believe in fixing it before I complete it. I don't want to complete it and then have to fix it. So that's the reason for me doing what I'm doing right now. It's a little bit tedious because right now I'm not on the island. I'm getting some of these footage from them that I had. Some of them is what I had in my phone. But the thing is, it's best to get it done now before I complete my project. And this is important to me to get it done now because as we speak, I spoke to the window people. The windows are finished pretty much, and then now I have 3 more windows to get done, and I also have 4 doors to get built in total. So it's something that I want to get done before the middle of September, and that's the reason for me doing everything right now at this minute, because once I put my windows in and my doors on, then I could worry about the rest of the stuff that I have to get done, and I could start get my tiles and all that stuff delivered and put inside and close up. Even if I leave them open, no one's going to touch anything, but I would like to get the doors done so I can see what they look like. And then I still haven't made up my mind on what kind of flooring I want. So that's something that I have to think about. And for some people that's wondering how I got this far, I'm just not watching no face. I don't listen to nobody. I pretty much block out all the noises. I don't let what nobody have to say matters. I don't watch what nobody have. I don't think about people's things. The only opinion matters to me at this point is actually my husband, because it's both of us going to have to live in it. And, we're not going to be always living in the country area, but that's something that I have to get finished. The thing about Jamaica is this. Jamaica is still bigger than enough place. And Jamaica have a lot of places I would love to live. So I haven't just said, okay, this is it for me. I used to say I don't think I will build again, but I know I'm going to build again. So, sorry, that's something that's like, it's also exciting to think about that. I know that I'm going to do something more, and that's why I'm trying to get this completed, to be honest with you guys. I do have a lot of plans, and I might not get all of them accomplished, but it's okay. I do as much as I can, and wherever the buck stop, the buck stop. Or God say that's it, but for now I'm just going to keep on pushing. And I will encourage anyone that's planning to move back to Jamaica, build in Jamaica, buy in Jamaica. If that's your dream and your goals, do it. Right now in America, a lot of people are frustrated and not going through some things but them not even want to talk about. I mean, no, a fact that if some people can't even get 2 nights at Jamaica, if it set them head straight, it will help them a whole lot. Not for we pretend like say it wouldn't, and we know the truth of the matter is it would help just to lay in a bed in Jamaica for a couple of nights and get her head straight, because no for we are going through some frustration and some things in America right now. And it's not about even being broke or not having. Sometimes it's like you don't know your head from your foot, and sometimes you just get tired of doing the same repetitive things over and over, and it's frustrating sometimes. And then enough we get old and we start feel some pain and some aches, especially when the winter time start coming. Enough we know the truth, say we feel really, really bad in the winter time. And if it's not pain, most of the time some of us faced with depression and act like we don't, because guess what, we put on that pretty fancy face and walk walk up and down and smile for everybody as if you're not going. When in our head mentally we are struggling off away. And it's not about, like we said before, it's not just financially. Some people are struggling. Some people are struggling mentally because some people have the money but them don't know what to do, and some of them are afraid to take that big chance or risk. Some of them might call it. But I mean, look on it like this: I one life you have to live, because guess what? You can't sit down and covet everything around you and forget how to live life. And then guess what? One day it's gonna all get ripped away from us. All of us. There's none of us that's exempt from reality. So that's how I look at life, and that's what's been pretty much giving me that drive, giving me that feeling like, hey, I have to get this done. I have to get this done. And when it's not for me, it's still for my kids, even if they don't live in it, is the fact again say, yes, my parents did this, my parents did that, they tried. We're not perfect. And no one before I'm perfect or my husband, but we will try to get it done. And not only that, if it do happens and God graces and give us that privilege of living to a rightful old age of 60 something, 70, 80, anything, I'm going to take it and I'm going to enjoy it. And I would love to really sit here on my balcony and enjoy Jamaica. If it's even for a couple of years, I would love to get that feeling. And it's nothing sweeter than living where you want to. And I believe in that. And everybody's dream and goal is different. But my desire, I want to love myself. So that's what I'm doing right now. And I take it a little bit earlier than most people. But it make up my mind to do it before I'm 50, and I'm going to do it before I'm 50, because guess what? It's one thing you can do. You can tell a lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself. And I've learned at an early age, you do not promise yourself something. Well, you can't promise everybody else that you make money. That's your business. But don't do that to yourself. Always try to stand by your words, especially to yourself. And my dreams and goal was to always go back home to Jamaica. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. God bless. Thank you guys for watching. And this is pretty much us going through Black River. I was driving through it to get to the airport. Thank you guys for all the subscriptions, all the love, all the cheering. This is us walking to the airport to go out to get I'm bringing back the people because we go back to school, and we're here waiting for my husband to pick us up. Go back home. So this is us right here. Thank you for watching. God bless. Oh, don't forget to like, share.
Open the trunk for them.
Please, guys, it doesn't cost a thing. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Put your book bag in there, Chance. If you want. Yeah, I'm going to try it. Go ahead. I need mine in the middle part.
Huh?
Here, put us in the middle of them.
In the middle?
Yeah, in the middle of them. My purse and everything is in it.
Look at her face.